Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And in this video, I am going to be setting up my February planner. So I've got everything that I'm going to kind of use right here. My planners are off to the side, and let's get started. So probably the easiest thing to do, set that off to the side. And of course I got more on the inside here. First would be to put the cover together first. So this was actually a cover on a notebook that came in a Valentine's Day Be Happy box a few years ago. I'll say a few, it might have been 2 years ago, give or take. I don't remember. Time goes so weird anymore. And after going back and forth, I wanted a pop of color. I did originally have black discs set aside for this, but I thought the black just blended in too much. I looked at gold, and it already has a lot of gold, and I just thought the red would be like a really cool pop of color for it. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting the cover together here. I'm really waiting to the last minute to do all this, but I don't know, just mind has been kind of in not the clearest headspace. I was sick for about a week. My husband got sick while we was on our trip, and then he decided to share, and yeah, luckily it wasn't COVID, because, and the reason why I thought that was for 2 days I lost all ability to taste, and yeah, that wasn't fun. But I tested myself at home and it was negative, so it was all good. And I actually ended up not having to go to the doctor, which was surprising, because typically whenever I get sick, it's bad enough that it warrants going to the doctor. So that was good that I was actually able to fight it off for once. So, and the only thing about the material of this, it's kind of the fabric type, is hair sticks to it so bad. So if you have pets, just be careful. It will stick to that. All right. So I'll go ahead and start pulling things. I actually want to, this was in a paper packet I got at Michael's. It's I guess a little scratched up, but I trimmed it down to size. So I'm going to let's see if I can pull all this at once, because it's got some things in there and don't want to be seen. It's private pictures and doctor's appointments, stuff like that. So all this together in one, so that'll lay over top of that. That actually looks really pretty. And then in between, like after the name page, I have like a picture sheet that has pictures of my family and stuff, and I don't show them online, and has my year at a glance and my perpetual calendar, which has a bunch of doctor's appointments and stuff on it, and I don't want that showing. So divider here, which is, so I have to shut the door a lot of times. So our male cat, who we affectionately call Bubba, he loves nothing more when he wants my attention than to sit on my planner, like dead square in the middle of it. And sometimes he'll flop down and start rolling around and everything. I'm like, buddy, you're adorable, but not on my planner. You get hair everywhere. And when I say hair everywhere, I am not joking. He already has started shedding, and I'm like, dude, it's still winter. As a matter of fact, we are getting our second round of winter storm that's coming through my area, and yeah, so that's fun. Hold on to those. I'm gonna place this dashboard here that I made, and I always paper clip them to the divider just so that way everything flips together. And I'll just take these bigger sticky notes and pop on the back here. Well, I was. All right. And then just gonna take this and put it over. It's a smaller little pocket that I used to put smaller things in, and then this folder, bigger pocket folder that I put in. Actually, I want to see. Let's see if I want to use a different one. My folders. Here they are. And if you hear anything, my daughter's bedroom is right next door, and she sounds like she's on the phone with her buddies, so they tend to get the giggles and all of that, so you never know what you're going to hear. I could use that one since it's in kind of the reds and stuff. Some of these you can tell they're old and I've had for a while. I actually have 2 of that folder. So yeah, I think I'll use this one. Just because it kind of goes with the theme. This divider, I just put it upside down. I can actually throw it this way because this was information about paying her sacks off, and we actually was able to do that today. So she is a proud owner of her sacks now. While we was going over there anyway, I dropped it off to let it get tuned, you know, just make sure it's still in good working order, because when you pay it off, you only have like 2 months of the extension on the warranty or whatever it's called, the maintenance thing that comes with leasing it, and then that's it. So we wanted to go ahead and make sure that it was in good working order just in case. All right, so put that next because this is my home planner section. Now, here I do have like January and February because I like to do 2 months at a time. I'm going to go ahead and mark, because some of these birthday deals I was able to take advantage of. I've got a couple left, but they don't last much longer. So I'm going to leave January in here, and I'm going to go ahead. I like to keep 2 months at a time, at least with my home planner. Oh, I did have this paper. I pulled some Valentine's paper that come in that same Be Happy box. So I wanted to throw some in here, just, you know, throw a little more of that Valentine's theme in. All right. So I've got February there, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out March. As you can tell, and if you see my other videos, this is still an end date seasonal planner, but I was able to get it like dirt cheap. I think at Hobby Lobby before they stopped, and I think that's the reason why I got it so cheap, was they were getting ready to stop selling Happy Planner. And so I got this one for, gosh, I don't even know how much. $5, $6. It might not even been that, and it was still in date. So usually you will see me use my stash, but I was able to get an end date planner for that cheap. I took advantage of it. And it's actually this one, and it's still got plenty of time left, I think. Oh yeah, so this is what I done. So it is in date until December, but I still had 6 months. Where does it start at? Yeah, so I still had all these months, which is what was it? Yeah, 2025. So 6 months of 2025. Well, these months, I could have redated and stuff, but because they were seasonal, it just wouldn't have looked right. So I wanted to save them for the end of the year. And I found this planner in my stash. It was this one from 2021. And all the months lined up for the first 6 months of the first 6 months of the second half of this year. All I had to do is just redate the month, or like change the name of the month. Or no. Sorry. Oh gosh, where am I at? So this is next year. So the first 6 months of 2021 lines up with the first 6 months of 2027. There we go. So I put them in to use for the first 6 months, so that way I could save these for the last 6 months, and I didn't have to, like, you know, cover up so much, because where it is a seasonal planner. Because see, I'd have to cover up that and that, all that every month. And I really love that divider. So I just really wanted to be able to use them for the months that they were in. So that's what I done. Almost confused myself on that, but I got it figured out. Okay, so next is my journaling planner section. I'm going to put this dashboard here. Again, paper clip it so that way it stays. Now, because I have the room, I put 2 months at a time of my journal too. I don't have to, but I do because I have the space. So I'm going to go ahead and move February over, and I'm going to grab March. Here we go. Had to get to it. Are these? Yeah, those months are done. So, in this planner, if you've seen the other videos, you will see it was not a seasonal planner. I made it a seasonal planner because I did not like none of the dividers that come in it. So, that out. And when I'm finished up with January's completely, then I'll put them back in the planners that they go in. All right, so next section is my extras. And so in the extras, I have kind of like my bucket list and my different lists. So I have my winter bucket list, and I will keep carrying it over until spring. And then I have my birthday list, and I have a list for gift ideas, packing list, and just a couple other things. So go ahead and move all of that over. And then this I'm going to take out, and I'll put it in later because the back side has a bunch of names on it. So don't want to share that. All right, and then this was, I don't even know what kind of paper this was, but I got it at Hobby Lobby. Sorry if the light's reflecting, and hopefully not blinding too much. But it was full of hearts and everything, so I wanted to use it. Okay, so this next section is passwords. It's my password section. And go ahead and put that there. Okay, I'll do one more pass through to make sure this doesn't have anything else. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on outside because it suddenly just started pouring the snow. Take out these dividers because I don't need them now. January, finish out. And then this is my journal. Keep it in here and finish it out. I can take the rest of those out. And that'll be it. So I'll keep it like this until I'm done with the week, and then I'll finish breaking it down and put those back in the planner that they go in. Now I do have a couple more things here. So this was a piece of acetate that I had. Let's see, I don't think I was going to be using this. I think it was what I was using. But now this was images that Wrong had sent in an email one Valentine's Day. I don't remember if it was last year or year before last, but she sent it, and so it was free, and so I downloaded it and printed it on vellum. I'll have to cut that out. Let's see. Figure out where I want to put them. I think I'll put them in the planner sections. So I'll put this one here over top my home planner. And then I'll put this one here over top of my journaling planner. I'd shut that. So I'm going old school. I don't typically use these much anymore, but because of the colors and the heart, I thought it would work for Valentine's Day. So just slide that in. And I picked out some of these things to put in the pockets. These come in like a little pack that I got. And this was part of like a free download that Happy Planner had sent out one Valentine's Day. And I printed them on cardstock. So I picked those out just to kind of put in the pockets here. And the coffee had a heart on it, so. And this pen, typically I like my friction pens, but once I started using these, I didn't want the ink to dry up, so I'm just going to use it until it's done. Same with the one for my mini planner. All right, so we'll do a quick flip through here. So, excuse me. So here's the front. I really like the red disc with this because it doesn't blend in. So it says do all things with love. And then over the name page here, I've got this little heart. It's almost like plastic. It doesn't feel like regular acetate. It's more like a plastic of some sort. But I put it over top of my name page. And that's all my monthly, yearly, and all that. So here's my inbox section. Got some post-it notes here, some bigger ones on the back. Actually, there's business card in that pocket. I do not need anymore. Pocket folder. This was a homemade Mother's Day card that my daughter had made for me one year, and she had put her last dollar, which was 4 quarters, in it, and I have not spent it. I will not spend it, and so I keep it in my planners. That way it's always close to me. Next section is notes. So I have like these, it come in the student release, school student release, but I use it as like a shopping list. And then I put these. I've honestly not used any of them, but I figured I could use them for quick little notes. Threw some of this Valentine's Day theme paper in here, along with the other. So plenty of paper. I have my home section, which, well, I thought they was, I know that's a cat hair, but it won't come up. Oh, so there's that. Put this piece of vellum right here, and I put in the month of February and March. Next section is journal with this little heart dashboard that I made. And this other wrong vellum that I put down. And the months of February and March, which I made into seasonal planner. And my extra section with this little dashboard right here, and this has all my lists, like bucket lists, stuff like that. Has all that here. And then the last section is passwords, which is not a problem because this planner does not ever leave the house, so it is not a big deal if it is here. And I have to have a passwords section to keep up with passwords because I have too many to keep up with. So, but that will do it for this setup. This is setting up my Frankenplanner for the month of February. I like it. It's bright. It's really pretty. I like how it all came together. So yeah, that'll do for this. So if you liked how this turned out, make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't yet and you would like to, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one.